of you have heard this phrase that self-containment is the best thing that can happen to anybody? Thank you. Hands down, please. How many of you have actually heard this phrase stating that you should have satisfaction in whatever you get in life? Yeah, hands down, please. Thank you. Well, friends, let me tell you, in parenting, one very common phrase is used by lot of counselors, lot of people, which tells or perhaps which goes something like this: you should not have big expectation from your children. You should set right your expectation. Expectation is the cause of all problems. Yeah, you heard this? Okay. Well, let me tell you, it is very dangerous if you do not have expectations. It is poisonous if you, as a person, responsible person in authority, if you don't expect results from your people. It could be your child, it could be your student, it could be your employees. Because what gives life to actually boring life is this something called as want, this something called as expectation. I'm sure a lot of you are working parents here. If you're a working parent, if you're a parent who have to go away from child for whatever reasons, let me tell you, and I'm sure you can also resonate with this thought, you will resonate with this thought. You wait for the time in the evening when you are going to meet your child. In fact, the child is waiting. Child is waiting to meet its mother or father. In fact, the bird, when it goes out of the nest in search of food, there is so much of activity in the nest. Quick, quack, quack, quack. The birds keep chirping, calling out for the mother. The mother goes out. If those little birds which are there, if they do not expect their mother to come back, tell me, will life be there? Absolutely not. If the mother bird which has gone out to in search of the food for its children, for its little ones, if that bird does not have an expectation that my children, my little ones will be there in the nest, what happens? There is no life. Just imagine the birds, because this is what is taught, so many places. You should be peaceful. Don't expect. So the bird thinks, Mummy gayi, Mummy's gone, so Mummy may not come. It's fact. But do you think like that? Absolutely not. Expectation is a very, very important stuff. Now, what you need to correct is, do not misreact to the outcome. Expectation, you have expectation from a person, and when the person has done some activity, there is an outcome. The outcome may meet your expectation, may not meet your expectation. These are the two possibilities. If the expectation is met, absolutely there is no need for you to see this video. And if the expectation is not met, the problem comes there where people often misreact, and this is a big problem. And that is when people find shortcuts. You know what? This is shocking. This is absolutely unacceptable. But I will tell you what parents, what teachers, what organizations do. Parents, they put in pressures. If the children does not deliver, if the child does not deliver, they lower the standards. 90% nahi aa raha hai, you get 70%, that's fine. No 70, you get 50. You only pass, that is enough for me. What else do I want? Big problem. Big problem. You are putting a kida of non-performance into the child, and you are the one who are going to spoil the career of the child. If you are a teacher, the saddest part which schools do today is, I see in few schools where they simply take these children who are not performing and send them, give them TC, and you know how they give? take them outside others. Anyway, we are going to throw them. We are not going to give a good conduct certificate, or some bad remark will be there. You yourself take them. Sad. That is where, as people as decision makers, it's very important for us to understand how to get expectations met by these people. In organizations, something very beautiful happens, but in actual terms, that is not what is intended. I'll tell you, some bad performance, because there is something called as a bell curve in bigger organization. In smaller organizations, probably the discussions happen, and people are often judged in terms of what they are supposed to do and what the outcome was. People often forget that the person may not be fit for the job. The person may do something else within the organization much better. But then what happens is, because the person was recruited to do this particular kind of work, so keep doing it. And that is where problems happen. And what we do is, okay, you are not able to reach this level, you are not able to finish packing 150 stuff in a day, do 125, do 150, or at the most when they are not able to do, they are thrown out. Let me tell you, expectation is very good. Repeat after me. Expectation is good. Because expectation is what is making us keep going. What is not good is misreaction to the outcome. Do not misreact to the outcome. Friends, imagine as a child, right from the childhood, if you don't expect the child to walk, if you don't expect the child to walk, if you don't expect the child to behave the way the child they are supposed to behave in terms of manners, if you did not teach them, if you did not catch the hands of the child and make the child walk, that's expectation. If you didn't do it to your child, the child wouldn't have walked. It is because of your expectation that the child will walk. Of course, you may say, Rajubhai, child's legs are proper. In fact, there are so many videos on YouTube which shows people doing exceptional, unimaginable, amazing stuff which otherwise you don't expect people of their caliber to do. People without limbs. I'm sorry to use those terms, but that's the fact. One day in Kantirva Stadium here in Bangalore, I saw a lady with blades. Those running blades. First time I saw somebody eye to eye with something like that. What not people are doing, they are doing it is because of their expectations. Friends, the expectation from self is also very important. If you don't expect, if you lower the standards, definitely for sure you may meet the expectations, but you will not get the maximum from what your potentials are. And that is why two things. Do not lower the expectations. If you do it, you are committing a big mistake. You are actually disrespecting the command of the God. Two, do not misreact to the outcomes of any activity against the expectations. Let me tell you, everybody is born to perform. Some may take a little more time. For some, it is just instantly, spontaneously it happens. What I want to tell you is, help people become leaders by setting higher standards, by helping them, by nurturing them to reach those results, to reach those expectations, to fulfill those expectations. But heart in heart, be prepared that those expectations may not be met. In fact, let me tell you, if expectations are met, then actually you are doing something wrong to the person. You are not allowing the person to work at their fullest capabilities. Well friends, This was Rajendra Jain in the series of leadership videos, the 6 don'ts or 6 things which should not be done. If you do this, you are killing the leader. Signing off for today. Like the video, share the video now. Of course, leave a comment. More than happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much. Love you all.